Nashik, a city known for its vineyards, temples, and ancient history. But beyond its bustling streets and growing skyline lies a hidden treasure, a vast green belt that breathes life into the city. These green spaces are more than just scenic landscapes. They are the lungs of Nashik, regulating the climate, supporting wildlife, and preserving the delicate balance between nature and urbanization. Nashik's green belt stretches across key regions, including Anjaneri, Ramsej, Pathadigaon, Darimaturi, and Sunchale, each of them carrying a unique story shaped by time and nature. What role does Nashik's green belt play in maintaining the city's climate and air quality?
Green belt is a very important area with respect to environment protection and conservation because as we know that due to the urbanization and development in cities, uh, we are creating a huge environmental pollution with respect to air pollution, water pollution. Our green belt, the area where we restrict the activities of the human. Hence, due to the availability of plants, they absorb the CO2, they generate the O2 in the photosynthesis, and they try to maintain the ecological balance as well as heat. And the green belt area in Nashik city mostly try to regulate the temperature of the Nashik city.
Our journey begins at Anjaneri, believed to be the birthplace of Lord Hanuman. This sacred hill is not just a religious site but also an ecological haven. The dense forests here plays a crucial role in absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen, helping to improve air quality across Nashik. Next, we arrive at Darimaturi, a region that acts as Nashik's natural air filter. Due to large number of farming and thick woods, regulate the local climate by providing shade and reducing surface temperature. They also serve as a vital water catchment area, ensuring that Nashik's groundwater levels remain stable during dry seasons. The chirping of birds and the rustling of leaves tell the story of a vibrant ecosystem, one that is slowly being encroached upon by deforestation and urban expansion. Once these forests are gone, restoring them will be nearly impossible. Alongside its rich biodiversity, Darimaturi also supports local farming. The natural water streams from the forest provide irrigation to nearby farms, enhancing crop yield and maintaining soil health. Ramsej Fort stands as a symbol of Nashik's rich history and its connection to nature. The green cover surrounding Ramsej not only protects the fort's foundations from erosion but also maintains the area's microclimate. The rocky terrain and slopes around Ramsej Fort acts as natural catchment areas during the monsoon. Rainwater runoff from the fort area helps recharge groundwater levels in nearby villages and agricultural fields. Ramsej also helps in regulating the local temperature and humidity levels. It creates a cooling effect, reducing the heat island impact caused by urbanization. Pathadigaon reflects the deep connection between the green belt and local agriculture. The fertile soil and natural water sources make it ideal for farming. Pathadigaon's green zone act as natural buffers, reducing air pollution and providing much needed relief from the urban heat island effect. Local farmers have begun adopting organic farming methods to reduce dependency on chemical fertilizers and improve the soil health. In addition to traditional farming, many villagers in Pathadi Gaon use cow dung as a natural fuel source. Dried cow dung is used for cooking and heating, reducing dependency on firewood and supporting sustainable energy practices. Also, encouraging sustainable farming practices can strengthen the connection between agriculture and environmental conservation in Pathadigaon. How has urbanization impacted the green spaces around Nashik in recent years?
Basically, as we know that urbanization is one of the biggest concern in India. Nowadays, we require sustainable urbanization or sustainable urban planning. Due to urbanization, we are expanding the cities and we are creating problem to the environment by acquiring the forest land or even cutting the trees, which are creating huge problem to the environment. And somewhere due to urbanizations, we may don't have any option. Instead, just acquiring the forest land or just cutting the trees for the development due to just expanding the urbanization or cities, simply somewhere it will have the negative impact on the green belts of the Nashik, and ultimately it may lead to the environmental pollution.
In Sunchale, the struggle between urbanization and environmental preservation is clearly visible. With factories sprouting up and green patches disappearing, Sunchale represents Nashik's future crossroads. If green spaces are sacrificed entirely for development, Nashik's ecosystem will suffer irreversible damage. Additionally, the rise of concrete homes and buildings has led to an urban heat island effect, making temperatures significantly higher compared to surrounding green areas. In conclusion, Nashik's green belt is not just a collection of scenic locations, it's a lifeline for the city. These lungs regulate air quality, control the climate, and support biodiversity, but they face mounting pressure from urbanization and human activity. The future of Nashik's ecosystem depends on the choices we make today. Do we let these green spaces fade into memory, or do we stand together to protect them? Nature protects us, now it's time to protect nature. The green belt of Nashik is more than just land, it's life itself. What conservation efforts are currently in place to protect these areas?
Basically, our government and municipal corporation is also taking efforts for the conservation of these green belts areas in Nashik. Not only the local government but also state government as well as central government also have several initiatives. They also have the several schemes through which we try to conserve the green belts. We made these green belts areas prohibited for the human activities. Basically, we are trying to conserve the habitat for the wildlife as well as plants or indigenous species over there. We are not giving permission for the human activities as well as industrial activities, and we have restricted that area for the environment basically, and through which we are trying to protect our these green belts areas. And of course, we have several rules and regulations, we have several acts, and our municipal corporation is also working very hard to protect all these green belts areas. And in fact, we are not only trying to conserve the green belts areas, but also we try to restrict the urban activities, developmental activities, industrial activities in the green belt areas. So we can protect our environment, we can conserve our environment, and we are trying to here just make our air free from the pollutants, free from the hazardous contaminants, and also through these initiatives, not only for the government but also from various NGOs, educational institutions, even government organizations are also collaborating with the educational institutions or even NGOs or industries. Even industries from the Nashik districts are also working hard to protect this green belts area under their CSR activities. So these are the several initiatives taken by the Nashik as well as government as well as educational institutions to protect and to conserve the green belt areas in and around the Nashik city.
What steps can the local community and authorities take to strengthen Nashik's green belt and protect its ecological balance?
Basically, to protect the ecological balance or to conserve the green belts areas or to conserve or protection of our environment, it's not only the responsibility of the government alone. Government, of course, doing their work properly. They have the several efforts in their at their end. Even government also launched the several schemes providing the funds to the various stakeholders to protect our environment. So their involvement is always remarkable, and here youth also need to come forward. They have to approach the government and they also show the initiatives with the work with the government as well as local communities for the protection of the green belt areas. At the end, these are the several activities that can be done and initiatives that can be followed by the local communities or government, then educational institutions, industries, and all stakeholders who are directly and indirectly involved in all types of activities related to the environment. So through our such types of activities, we can able to regulate the global temperature or even maintaining the ecological balance and maintaining the all types of biogeochemical cycles. And at the end, our such types of small things also may contribute in maintaining the ecological balance and protecting our environment as well as protecting the green belt areas in the